Boom! Good morning, and welcome to another live session of Mark's Tasty Tong. Right, I got a little bit of prep work before I start. Starting with some good old-fashioned antibacterial spray. Thought I would show you how I begin. Now, we just let that sit for a few minutes, and while that is doing its magic, what am I looking for? I am looking for my sharpener, which I can't seem to find. How bizarre. Oh, there it is. Duh. I'm just going to quickly sharpen my knife. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Ah, that's better. You got to feel it cutting. Hope you've all had a good week. How's it? Good morning. Literally just sharpening up the blades, getting ready. We got 6 beautiful, massive, actually they're huge, 12 to 14 kilo roasts. Nice hot water. Wet flour. Excuse the music. I've asked Alexa to play me some royalty-free music. So it's some good old-fashioned piano. For those that are thinking of doing biltong in a big way, you've got to use disposable cloths. I like to use them, and then you can buy them by the hundreds. So I'll buy the rolls, or I'll buy big pack. So we are almost ready. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this tub. That's my waste tub. Couple of tubs out for the biltong. If you've been doing any slicing in it, just get rid of the crumbs. Got a few hooks in the sink. It does come out. Here we go. Woo! Good rinse, get it cold, and full stop. Coat on. Oh, and I got a new blade. How's it, Bron? Stacy, Judy, Carly, Alvaro. Where is everybody? Are you all UK? I know a few of you are. We have coffee in hand. Sonia, hi. Check out my new blade. Can you believe? Off Amazon. For a measly $10.99. I thought, why not? Let's have a new blade. There's another one I'm watching on there, but it's a couple of £100, and I can't justify buying it. I just can't justify it. Right, so How's it, Chris? Edinburgh. Nice. So far, you're the furthest. Now, I'm pretty sure there's other people on there from all over the world. Right, we are going to go into the holder and let's move you down. I take it you can see. Let's just fix that a little bit. Awesome. We are ready to rumble. I'm going to have a separate tub on the side for the silverside, so the tendons. Oh, Alexa, volume 7. We got some beautiful fat. Oh, just look at the size of these. Look at that. That's a monster. There's the bottom. So this is how it comes. Vacuum sealed with a UK code, everything. It's all good. So I'm going to start off with just taking it out the back. Try not to mess anywhere. Happy Easter, by the way, everybody. Yes, it's that time of year already. Can you believe it? Right. Whoa! You know what I haven't done is put my lights on. Oh dear. Let's give you a bit more light. Let's do it. How's that? Much better, yes. Excellent. So we obviously start off with our filleting knife. I'm going to turn this sideways to me, whichever way you are comfortable. That's how you want to take it off. Very, very thinly. I probably won't be as careful as this by the time I get to the 6th one. The good old snotty stuff. You ever think of doing your own biltong? You may not get a roast this big. What I suggest is you go to your local major supermarket, i.e. Tesco, Sainsbury's. Find out when their silverside roasts are on special. Well, whenever you're there, just have a look. Sometimes you can get really good deals in there, and you can pick up a small roast for less than a tenner. Okay, it's not going to make you a lot of biltong, but to start with, it's all you need. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of recipes online. Which one? Well, that's the tricky bit. I have actually considered buying a what do you call them? The head cameras, GoPro, so you can get a view. So going just under the skin, trying to get as little meat as possible. But that is your silverside. Obviously I keep mine, so trying to take a little sliver. Yeah, let's keep that piece. This little bit, no. Yeah, can be slippery, so a little bit tricky. And here where the meat kind of caves in, it's a little more tricky to get that off. We just have a solid slab of fat on the side there. It's nice fat, but it won't be keeping it, unfortunately. So now the tricky trick is to separate my two muscles very carefully. In we go. Oh, Alexa, next. Some of this stuff's weird. Weird music. So, royalty free. It's even last week's video got blocked in certain countries. Infringing on YouTube. So I got to be a little bit more careful. So while this is still kind of attached to the main muscle, I'm just trimming off the is there left a bit of meat on there? Some really nice beef this week, really good stuff. And guess what? I've done some chili bite drovos. No drovo spice at all, just chili bite spice. That's gonna be really interesting. Hasn't been hung yet. I did it last night. I want to hang it with the biltong so it will go in tonight. So that will have had 24 hours marinating. Ideally you do want it to sit for at least 12 hours. It allows the salt to work its magic into the meat. This is weird, there's a tiny little hole there. It's like someone had a claw on it or something. So again, the bottom of this usually has a bit of soft skin. I like to cut it off. I call this the skirt. You can call it whatever you like. I don't want to take too much off. We're going to keep all this. Because this is at an awkward angle. And here we're going to use our new Jean Patrick. So maybe it's French. Jean Patrick. I don't know if I said that correctly. I haven't even sharpened it. Should be razor sharp. That's how a knife should be. Oh, look at that. That is razor sharp. Not even having to go through twice. Look at that, even a big piece. Straight down and through. Wow. That's really sharp. Now we've trimmed that up on the side, I'm going to just turn it over. Again, we are varying the thickness of the meat purely because we want some thinner than others. This way you get a bit of lean biltong as well. There's a little bit of fat in there, but it's fine. What I actually need to do while we're doing this, what I do need to do, because I need to make a whole load of chili bites, is, and this is how you go about it. You literally cut your piece and then cut through in strips. That will be a piece to go in there. See, this piece in half. That piece, can take that bit of fat off. My chili bites and original bites are very lean, and that's the way it stays. Any bits on your board, obviously get rid of. Let's turn this around now. You can see we've got a nice layer of fat here. There's a little bit of thin stuff here, but I'm going to leave it. Look at this. How beautiful is that? And I love this knife. Maybe just because it's nice and new, it's razor sharp. I need to work on finding me one of those sharpeners that just make it like this. Gosh, that is proper sharp. So sharp. There's hardly any follow through here. You can see how cleanly that is cut. Some beautiful fat on this as well. It's going to be really good. What I am going to do with this one, because I need lean as well, I'm going to go in underneath like I've done before and just cut that whole top layer of fat off. I'm going to cut these yeah, let's leave that piece. See, we got some nice biltong on there. They'll be nice. Oh man, that's going to be tasty as anything. Now we've got a nice lean piece. Let's square this up. Fairly thin on this cut now, because we are obviously using this now for our chili bites. A little bit of fat on here, but that's superficial. I'm trying to be less wasteful. Those have all gone through. With these pieces, I can just go straight in half lengthways. This one, maybe twice. Don't make them too thin, otherwise you won't get a hook through. It's alright if your end bit is a little bit thin, it's fine. As long as you've got a piece to put your hook through. Oh, this music's going to put me to sleep. It's chilled out, relaxing piano music. It's almost like dinner music. Right, so again, nice lean pieces. We are literally I need chili bites and original bites today, so I'll be doing quite a lot. So I don't want to run out again in a hurry. I don't like making them, if I'm honest. They're such a mission. Just the amount of work involved in cutting and then hanging them is a whole nother story. You can fill the whole machine and only get, 5 kilos out of it. Well, that is the first of 6. Sorry, I needed coffee there. Let's move that knife. Now this next one is probably, wow, the biggest of the lot. We go get it out of the way. Man, these are huge roasts. They are monsters. It's like the whole hind quarter of the animal. Whoa! Look at that. That's huge. These are two really big cutting boards and it's nearly taking up the whole thing. It does mean lots of trimming, but you know what? We will be patient. I'm going to just turn this side on like I did the other one. Be worried about where to start. The middle is good as place as any, and you taking all this off. That is what you're taking off. I literally took less than a kg off the last roast. It's very good. So I'm going to start on this side. And you just run your blade just under the skin. That's how you want it to come off. I know it must seem like a bit of a schlep, but you know it's worth it in the end because you don't want to be chewing your biltong for half an hour before you can swallow it. Always be careful when you are slicing, especially if you're near your fingers or you're cutting towards yourself or something. This is almost the whole hind quarter, if it isn't. It's a very big chunk of it, put it that way. I had someone ask me the other day, how many kgs do you think you've sliced up? I know it's several thousand by now. Several thousand, so a lot of cattle. I've fed a lot of Africans, a lot of English people. Hell, I got Americans in my building that I look after, and some of them love it. And that's saying something because they've been they're from a country where jerky is normal, and I don't want to say that word on this video. Can't stand this stuff. With this one now, what I might do is take the big blade and just try and get that off in one chunk. Look at that. A little bit of meat on there, but that's fine. I can't get over how sharp this blade is. It's seriously wicked sharp. Wicked sharp. It's scary sharp. You've got to be very careful if you are trying to be careful now separating my double muscle here. Before I go all the way through, I just take off this thin membrane on the side here, where the two roasts join. I think we're going to do 3, and And then my last three I'm going to do in time lapse. I like time lapse, makes me look really good, just goes fast. Right, we've trimmed that through. Let's take that big chunk, put it on the side. Take off that piece, it's a marabish, and then we are going to go over. What are we doing here? I don't know, just a little bit soft, just a little bit of soft there, a little bit of soft there, and this is nice and hard. I might keep it, you know. Let's do it. Like I said, I'm trying to be less wasteful. I'm not going to trim any off the other side. How's that? Damn, I got to be careful with this blade because it is. Now it's a good 10-inch blade actually. It's nice and long, which I like. I don't like a short blade. I like long and thin blades. I have seen like I said earlier, a Victorinox one that I would like to buy. I think I'm paying pretty much for the name. It's quite expensive. Right, now I've got a flat side. I can turn it on its side and I can just take off a load of lean, create my little platform, so to speak. I am gonna not slice this up as lean. It's gonna be some lean biltong there. Now we've got our flat bottom. See, we're going into some, this is, yeah, it'll do, it'll keep. So cut into your biltong, down and all the way. Try and use your shoulders, forearms, down and out. Obviously I'm pushing on the side here to stop it from tilting. See, that last piece is just a little too thick for my liking, so although the meat is a little softer now, it's going to be a thin, dry piece. The end bit, that's through, that's through. Oh, that one's through, and that one's through. A nice thin bit of fat on there, but those are nice. When someone says, "Oh, can I have a little bit of fat, please?" Those will be the ones. So again, with this bottom round, I've taken the fat off. Instead of cutting it away, cut it off with a little bit of meat, like that, and they will make some really nice biltong. Some people would say those are stockies now, but that's just a little too thick for stockies for my liking. Right, we've got our lean slab here now that we're going to use. So create your flat bottom and then cut our steaks. If you have to work hard cutting through your beef, your knife's not sharp enough. This is all sorted now. see if I do this now, you get to see how you make chili bites or original bites or garlic bites, whatever bites you want. This is bites. Cut your steaks, then cut them again. Nice and thin. You can have them as thin as you like. I don't like to go too thin. I like to have a little bit of meat on there. Here's the grain of our meat running up. If I'm going to make little teething sticks, these, my original stockies will do that. These are the perfect, might even go that one a little bit thinner again. See, because if you tried to bite pieces off that, it's a little bit more tough. If I was to go across the grain, you literally, the baby then starts pulling chunks off very easily, hence then making it choking hazard. Alexa, play. I thought it had stopped. How bizarre. Can't get over this knife. It is evil sharp. Evil sharp. Right, next. Should we do another big one? Why not? Oh! I'm getting too old for this crap. I have a late uncle who always said to me, don't get old. He wasn't even old. He was 50 or 51 at the time. Bless him. Right. Same drill. We remove the packaging. Whoa, we got another monster. Turn it, however, wherever you're comfortable. I like doing this, this side one. I like making a little flap on the top, like I just did there. And then following the roast down, curving your blade. You can do that with this knife, and when you do that, you literally just taking the skin off. Look at that. Perfect, no wastage. Make a little flap at the top, down, and that's how it should come off. No wasting at all. Now, there's a little bit there that I'm just being anal now. Alexa, volume 8. Can you hear? That's some weird music, man. Right, don't split that just yet. Hold your horses' shorts. Hey, big shout out to my mom. I know she won't be watching this, but it's her birthday today. She still lives back in Zimbabwe. Hope she's having a good day. I have tried to phone her twice already. And I'll try again later. Right, we've trimmed off that much as there we can. Let's go in underneath this silver again. With our nice sharp knife. Oh mama. I took a bit much meat off that one. And that one. But it's gonna keep for the hounds. Just trimming off a little bit of that thick fat that was on the side there. Let's go back to my filleting knife. Some serious piano work going on in the background. This guy's on a mission. He's good. It's alright, it's background music. Now, obviously when you separate these two muscles, you're trying to get this thin stuff as well, because there is some tendon there. You want it out. Before I totally separate, I'm going to try and clean up this edge here. Right, move that to the side. Get this tendon here. Be very careful. Watch your fingers. I've already cut my thumb this week. I was cutting some dog chews lengthways. The tendons that I dried ended up cutting my thumb. That was 2 days ago. It's still sore. Was a little deep, but nothing a plaster wouldn't sort out. Right, I'm done with trimming that bit. I think we're going to take this little skirt off here. It's just a little too soft for my liking. We've had it before, and I've left it before. It just comes loose during the spicing. It just starts hanging off the meat. I'm guessing you can eat it. Well, pretty sure you can. Right, don't take too much fat off, she'll see. Let's take this bit of where you can see through the fat, that's the thin stuff. We'll keep the rest because I don't like that bit on the top there. If you don't like the look of a bit of fat or something, cut it off. There's no good reason why you're keeping it. You don't like the look of it. You don't want the "this is probably safe to eat" stamp. It's the approval code stamp. Right, this one is obviously from the left side of the animal. Do you know what? Hold on 1 second. I got a full tub that needs moving. Still got space in my stocky top, so I'll leave that back there. Wicked sharp. So wicked sharp. Oh. It's kind of take your fingers off sharp there. Don't think I'd even feel it for a second. It would be that quick. See, even that piece, I'll dry it. I will dry it. Do not throw that away. If it's beef, it's beef. Try and do some really nice wide pieces. Don't usually. But look at that. That's a stick and a half of biltong, I tell you right this minute. But I'm going to change that right this minute. I'm going to take some off the bottom. Do you know what? It's going to help me by slicing that. I know. You're like, whoa, I wanted that stick. Well, guess what? You're not having it. Touched my finger, the blade. Right, hold your beef up. Yeah, I'm starting to tip over now because there's an angle there at the bottom of the beef, so we'll sort that out in a second. Let's move that out of the way. If you have to, turn it to a point where it's not going to fall over. Just a little bit too thick this last piece, so very carefully turn it into two mediums or two thin pieces. A little bit of lean there. Right, we've got our bottom round, bottom section. Come on, I'm trying to take this little bit of gristle off the top there. So I'm going to go in underneath. You might get this size in a supermarket. You can do just this. And then, why not turn this into... See, this is a bit too slippery. See why I usually take that thin stuff off, because you start getting a bit sloppy. With this one, I'm just going to go straight in half. Two fatty pieces with biltong. Meat, should I say. A little bit of... I'm being too pedantic now. So I'm pretty much halfway there now with my slicing. See, nice and lean. So turn it to where you're comfortable. Give it ½ inch, 15 mil, 10 to 15 mil. 10 mil will give you dry, 15 will give you wet. It also depends on how long you dry it for and at what temperature. So there are a number of factors in the production of biltong. I've got my way, and everybody else has got their way. Those pieces had a little bit of fat on. I'm not too worried about. These are obviously for chili bites or original bites. You see how we're cutting with the grain again, not against the grain. Against the grain would be that way. I have had people message me or ask me on my YouTube videos which is preferred way. Yeah, ideally when you slicing biltong, you go with the grain. Makes perfect sense. So when you slice it, you're going across it, making it much easier to eat. Because then breaks up a lot easier and a lot quicker. So common sense at the end of it, if you really think about it, the logic of it. There's your length. I've got a nice pile of, you know what, that is just a little bit too much fat there. I'm really impressed with this 10-pound knife so far. Do you know, I've used it to cut up 3 roasts and it's still as sharp as the first one. Still as sharp. I'm going to refill my coffee. And I've got literally 3 more roasts to do, so I'm going to time lapse those. I'm going to say cheers, have a happy Easter. Those of you that did place orders this week on our special, our Easter promo, I hope you got it. I hope that Royal Mail did manage to send it, well, to deliver it. I hope the mailman didn't sniff it out. If I was your mailman, you wouldn't get it. Anyway, have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe. And of course, happy Easter once again. Cheers, guys.